point that I'd like to make. Why would we sabotage it? Would that retract the contract of Busan? Mapipigilan ba namin yan? Will that pay us with what they owe us? Wala, di ba? What's the purpose of us sabotaging it? So, professional naman kami. We have a known German company on our side. Pagkatapos, sisirain namin at the expense of the riding public. Remember, I flaunt that I am in public service, but then, aanihin ko, sisirain ko yung trust ng people on sabotaging the riding public. Hindi siguro.
Sir, do you feel na pinag-iinitan kayo ng MRT management?
Yes, yes. Well, I'm sorry to say, but it would appear as if parang ganun. I could, in the ombudsman charges that we made, of course, gagante, may neglect charges and misconduct. Because MRT management is not doing their job as a technical arm of the DOTC. There's, ito lang, clear ko lang, there's no problem with the DOTC. I'm not really sure the DOTC secretary doesn't know what's going on the details of the operations of MRT3. Dapat yan, MRT3, yung hierarchy niyan, downwards to the contractors, should know everything. Hindi yung, and we're opening communications with them. I was trying to call him during the short notice ng turnover. Di man ako sinasagot. The courtesy of, I'm the one who signed off the contract. Ako yung authorized representative. I'm calling, are we going through with the turnover tonight? All I got was a letter the following day. Pero sumulat din ako before 12 midnight. No, we can't. But then we didn't leave. If we wanted to leave, gusto namin isabotahe yan. Hindi nyo kami makikita dyan from 12 o'clock midnight to the following day. Hindi pa handa yung contractor nila. They weren't prepared. We were. Tapos when the time na kami na yung na sila yung magta-turnover right away, kami yung hindi handa eh. I said, ano yun? You gave me a 1 hour notice. Actually, when the transition team called me, sinabi lang, excuse me, sabi niya, can you come over kasi on the way na yung Busan? I wasn't informed. Who did you inform? Biruin mo, they gave a notice at 5:19 doon sa depot office namin while our head office closes at 5. So anong ibig sabihin nun? They'd like to turn over at 7. So I was someplace else at 7 o'clock considering traffic. How can I turn over? I have to call my project manager and all the other inventory people to do the assessment and to have a proper turnover with the rolling stock, warehouse, saka sa signaling. So if the question is kung pinag-iinitan, well, I would conclude, well, everybody would conclude based on this interview. I have all the documents, then everybody can just see it.
Sir, pang-iimbestigahan daw, paano nilang pang-iimbestigahan sa NBI?
The better. The better that it should be investigated. We have a venue, and then we have all the documentations. The better that it should be investigated. And if I may include, there should be always a third-party investigator that has a real experience. Kasi even MRT3, with them, na sila yung magsabi na may sabotahe dyan, dapat sila yung may authority to know. Kasi sila yung supposedly expert on MRT3.
So sir, you're still pursuing the case?
Yes, of course. Actually, we're prepared with the supplementals.
So right now na nandun na yung Busan, ano po yung involvement na ng CBLT sa MRT operations?
Sa ngayon, wala, but we are offering to let them know what is the actual problems, ano yung mga kailangan yung gawin. But we are willing to cooperate with the DOTC.
So parang you've already withdrawn your services from MRT?
Not officially yet, but according to the turnover, we were taken out. We were not supposed to. The contract ended. The pre-termination was. I haven't seen the pre-termination yet. We were given a 1 month. Ito lang ang timeline what you mentioned. The timeline is we were given a notice to that Busan wanted at 5 o'clock to 5:19. We are to turn over at 7 o'clock. So we weren't able to turn over Friday. Pero prior to that, puro late lang yung couple of days before, we were given a 1 month extension. So 1 month, so about 3-4 days lang yata, pre-terminated agad yung ano. I think wala pang 3 days, pre-terminated yung 1 month extension natin. That's a timeline, so I'm not sure how people would conclude on that, whether
So yung Friday, sir, kayo po yung nakaupo?
Friday night.
The Friday, the whole Friday, when the
Yes,
glitches
yes,
happened. kayo
Yes,
pa?
yes, kami.
Mm.
And
So what happened, sir? Bakit nagkaroon?
the fluctuation on the, according to our signaling, the fluctuation was from the power source. So, who is in control of the power source? It's not us. It's somebody outside beyond the power source. So, kung merong fluctuation dyan, it's not for the one using after the outlet. Not unless the NBI would investigate or the expert MRT3 management would investigate. Somebody just pulled the plug and then they saw someone in CCTV or whoever is inside the signaling area, the control room.
Yung hapon, sir, ang tagal nun. From before 3 to 10 p.m.
Well, the question is if this will be investigated by the NBI, they would now find out what's in the bottom of the entire thing. Kasi magbibintangan lang yung may nag-manipulate ng signaling modem.
Deep switches.
Yung switches, it's being manipulated every time kasi yun na yung fault ng signaling. The signaling is already obsolete. So each time na kailangan ng override yan o ayusin yan, it's being pulled out and manipulated, it's being repaired by the signaling people. Ang tanong ko lang dyan, okay, the point that I'd like to make, if the signaling people are so incompetent at pagbibintangan nila na nag-sabotage yan, di kausapin nila yung signaling people. These are the same people that they absorb for Busan right now to work on the signaling system.
Are they working for you? Under you when it happened?
Yes, they just changed the name. They're the same people working for it now. And they were the one who actually helped Busan to recruit all of my people. Pero syempre, why would I even stop them if this is employment?
Sir, ilang personnel yung na-absorb ng Busan?
Almost 90%.
Sir, ilan yung manpower ninyo dati when you were still with
About 214 including trained cleaners.
114.
Pero sir, may mga inalis daw pala. May mga tinanggal.
Konti lang. Mga non-essential lang. Mga top management lang who are loyal working for me.
So sir, ang message dito is you're willing to face yung investigations kung ituloy natin ng DOTC.
Yes. And I think it's wrong for the decision of MRT3 management is wrong to have NBI investigate that, because NBI is not familiar with with rail. Gaya nga ng pinropose ni Senator po nung magkaroon ng ng National Transport Safety Commission, which of course we cannot, kasi konti lang ang rail experts sa buong Pilipinas, lahat are employed. Kukunin pa nating NTSP like in the US, diba? So I think the best way, not the NBI, mura lang naman yan, maybe we can help each other out. So just to find whether this is sabotage or not, find a European or an Asian third-party assessor for it. Simple as that. Yung pagka-NBI kasi, that only shows yung yung if there is conflict with MRT management with us, parang lumalabas, we're going to be harassed by government right now. I don't know for what reason.
So, magkano pa ang hindi nabayaran ng MRT management sila?
Hindi ko pa na-update. They're still holding on to the last 2